Hey, what's up everyone? Craig here with Weeping Willow Guitar Lessons, and I've got two really great solos for you today. These come from Positively 4th Street from the Keystone recordings of Jerry Garcia and Merl Saunders. Alright, so this is just quintessential early 70s Jerry to me. It's just got so much raw emotion and feel, and it's really a masterclass in playing around the melody. It's all about melody. And it's not that Jerry, sings and then he plays a guitar solo. He's really just playing one melody throughout. So he sings and then his guitar picks up where his vocal line leaves off. Then his vocal picks back up where the guitar leaves off and vice versa. And, his vocals, you hear this emotion and this pain, and the guitar it reflects that same vibe. And it's melodic, it's lyrical, and I just think it's a wonderful solo to learn. And so what I would say is, learn the solo. It's a lot of fun. Play it with the recording. And then see if you can figure out the melody line I played in this video. The melody line for the song. And then kind of combine the two. Just come up with phrases that are right around that melody line. Kind of a call and response type deal. Alright, so if you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's get on to the lesson. The chord progression for Positively 4th Street is basically an 8-bar chord progression that repeats. Each verse is actually 16 measures, but it consists of two 8-bar phrases. The song is in the key of G, and here are the chords. We have a G chord, and this is the way that Jerry fingers the G. It's kind of a bluegrass folk way of playing it. It makes it easy to get other open position chords, but if you're more comfortable playing it like this, feel free to play it what's most comfortable. Then we have A minor. So full bar of G, full bar of A minor, then a full bar of C, full bar of G. Then we have a half a bar of G, half a bar of D, half a bar of C, half a bar of E minor, then two full bars of D. So we have a opening lick that sounds like this. So that lick is played out of the G major pentatonic scale. Or you can see it as the E minor pentatonic if you prefer, same set of notes. But we have the open D string hammering onto the second fret of the D string. Open D, second fret of the A, open A, third fret of the low E. So notice, after I play the lick, play that low G followed by a strum of the chord, then I'll hit the open G string, open third string, and then repeat. And you can also hammer on to that second fret of the A string if you'd like. So then when we get to the verse, we have Alright, so notice that when I was playing that, when I got to the fourth bar, that G chord, I repeated the opening lick. And then for the 2 bars of D, you can add that sus4 or that sus2 just to add a little momentum leading back to the G. And then one more thing we can do is when we get to the C chord, third measure, we can walk up to that third fret of the A string. So open A, second fret of the A, third fret of the A. Alright, so as I mentioned, that 8-bar phrase is repeated twice for 16 bars, and each verse is that 16-bar length. So it's 2 of those 8-bar phrases put together, and that's how long each of these guitar solos are. So let's take a look at the first guitar solo. Before we get started, as I mentioned in the intro, this is really a master class in playing around the melody. Before we get started, let's kind of take a look at the melody line that Jerry would sing for the song. Okay, so with that melody in mind, here are the first 4 bars of the first guitar solo. Alright, so I hope you heard the similarities. So the vocal phrase starts, and the beginning of Jerry's first solo sounds like this. And here are the first 4 bars of the melody. And then what Jerry plays. Alright, so a couple things to notice. First off, Jerry in this solo, he would play a note, hold it, and then bend it. And he did this quite a bit. And then during that fourth measure, when he would sing, he would play that lick. So he plays that up here, but he adds the 15th fret of the high E string in front of it. Alright, and that vocal melody line would sound like this. So as Jerry would play, alright, so that second bar of D, where there's no melody line, that's where Jerry would play a fill, and in typical Jerry fashion, he's got this sequence. So that's 15th fret of the high E string, 14 pull off 12 on the high E, 15th fret of the B string. Then we have 14th fret of the high E, 12th fret, then 15th fret of the B string, repeat, then 15, 13, 12 on the B string. And then the second 8-bar phrase of the verse, again the vocal line is very similar to the first time. And Jerry played. Slowly, that was. Alright, so that first phrase. Again, we're going to play, but this time Jerry adds both 12th fret of the high E and 15th fret of the high E before that lick. Alright, so for the second guitar solo, again, we have 16 bars. It's the full length of a verse. And again, Jerry's playing right around that vocal melody, the same vocal melody. Alright, so the second solo starts off like this. Alright, I just love that opening. It's got just so much expression and emotion, and it just plays off that melody line like a call and answer. So instead of we have Alright, so a couple things. I love that. And then we kind of cut it off at the top. Pre-bend. And then again, for the 2 bars of D, we have a fill. So that's high E string, 15, pull off 14, pull off 12, 14, pull off 12, then 15 on the B string. Then we have the 12th fret of the high E string, then 15, 13 on the B. Then we hammer on 12th to the 13th of the B, play that 13th fret again. Then 13, pull off 12 on the B. Then on the G string we have 14, 12, 12 slide down to 11. Then 12th fret on the 4th, 11th on the 3rd, 12th on the 4th, then 11, slide up to the 12th fret. Alright, so this time for he's going to play the 15th fret of the high E, then bend that 14th fret of the high E up a half step. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed putting it together. I'll see you next time.